Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Motorsport Manager, the Underdog Challenge. Today we are running the third race of Season 5, which will be in Doha, as you can see. And yeah, we have acceleration, low speed corners, and top speed, which will be the most important. Acceleration and top speed we're great in. We are the best on the grid. Yeah, low speed corners is our worst part, but we're only in 6th. It's not like the end of the world. So very good prospects, I think, for this race. Doesn't look like there will be any rain. Softs and mediums, let's see what we can do. You might hear it from my voice. I have terrible hay fever allergies. Spring has not been kind to me so far. So if the microphone cuts out for a little while, it's probably because I'm sneezing very loud. And I don't want that to be on the recording. Just so you know. But yeah, I was debating on whether to even do an episode, but it'll be like this for a while, so it's either no episodes or sniffly, nasally me. So this is what you get. Alright, we did just build a brake part, I think, when we left off. Let's have a look. Yeah, unfortunately Clark Smith got the pole last time out, only 0.1 seconds away from Tulipano. He didn't have a great qualifying. I think he could have done better, but it is what it is. Cost us a little bit of money, but I'm okay with it. We needed to make some rather hasty repairs to Vahovsky's rear wing. I seriously doubt that. The rear wing is a spec part. There is no way that... sometimes these questions about repairs are just dead wrong. Let's just say we're going to improve it. I don't think that question does anything. There is no way that... Yeah, the rear wing is 80% reliable. There's no way we repaired that, I think. Maybe I'm very wrong, but... No, there's no way. Sorry, the sniffle there. Alright. Yeah, we came out on top eventually. We got a nice 1-2 finish last time out. It's also why we have 30 points right now. That is 18 ahead of MRT Valbuena, the Spanish team, and also a bit ahead of Team Kirov. So, yeah, looking very good so far. Hoping to extend the lead. I think we'll be making one more part at least. We did just build some brakes. We can't look at it yet, but we can already make a new part. I think I want to make one of each just so we can get the second car also up to racing speed. Question is, what do we make? Do we make a front wing or a suspension? We have 24 days. We might actually be able to make a front wing that we can immediately use. I'm kind of thinking of doing that. Don't like these. Obviously, this would normally be a really good component to pick. Also this one. But again, we're going to try to go for promotion this season, so I don't really care about making illegal parts. There's no real point. I'm thinking front wing or suspension would also be pretty good. 628, we would be done 16 days before the race. But front wing is crucial for next race, so I am thinking we'll just do that. Alright. That's another part. I don't intend to make too many parts, to be honest. But I think another brake set, maybe? As you can see, this is an 80 difference between what Vahovsky currently has and what he can now get. Well, we'll probably give this one to Vahovsky and we'll give this one to Tulipano. Yeah, there's a 70 difference. There is a 90 difference here, so maybe I could have picked the suspension, but since the front wing was more important, I'm okay with this. Yeah, this is fine. Alright, let's repair our car quickly. That's a scouting report, Floridi. You're not interesting. You're very not marketable, so we don't particularly care for you. And car repair is now finished. So what are we going to do with the parts? First of all, there's the engines that still aren't 100%. Those are obviously very important. Gearbox is alright. Front wing, we're not going to be improving just because we're making a new one, so I'm okay with this. I think a brake set, this one, the one that we just built, should obviously be improved. Probably the suspension. Thing is, we're making this set, which will be done in 5 days, and I think it'll take about 9 days or 7 days to make a new suspension. Can we still get it up to a reliable reliability is the question. I'm not too sure, but I'm leaning towards no. Because we still also have to improve the new front wing that we're going to be making. I don't think we'd also be able to make a suspension work. Then again, if only one part isn't that reliable, it's not the end of the world. We can always repair it while we're refueling. So let's do this for now. I do want the engines to be a little bit more reliable. Makes it so that we can run on red engine mode for quite a while longer. Let's have a look. When this front wing is finished, let's have a look at... This is 90, 60... It's pretty good. Yeah. Where's the new part we just built? Hello? I guess it just doesn't show the front wing till you actually go there. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we definitely want to improve. Because that is a huge difference for Bohovsky. It can still be done 2 days before the race. We'll just... Either way, we were going to build the suspension. We'll pick this one. Normally, obviously, pick this one for better performance. I do really like the reliability. Are we going to be done? 8 days before the race. That should be possible. Eight days. And then we still have to bring the reliability up to a semi-decent level. How long was this gonna take? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's 2 days before the race, but we can stop working on the engines. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, okay. We're gonna stop working on the engines, and then we're gonna make a suspension that we can also use. Probably this one. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Let's just do that. Alright. And this might be one of the final parts we built for this season, to be honest. Unless we see our competitors all of a sudden getting a lot better in the engine department or something like that. You know, something, a part that really matters. Yeah. I'm not sure we're going to be doing much else on this car, to be honest. It's nice, obviously, to save this money where we can. So, yeah. We'll see. The brake set we're only going to be doing for a little longer. I think maybe 1 or 2 more days. Don't want to work too long on it. Server problems. Let's have a look. We have some works being done on the data center and networking capabilities at the moment. The technicians have found that our data storage is a bit out of date. The chairman caught wind of it, and now he wants to upgrade the entire system. It'll cost a fortune. How are you looking? You're pretty happy. We already requested our funds. Yeah, I don't really want to spend $500,000. It'll be fine. He's now on... Yeah, he's still fine. We're secure. And I think we'll be doing fine in the races. So I don't really see any reason to spend that $500,000. Obviously, if you're, you know, if your chairman is already a bit unhappy, it's probably a good idea to spend that money. Keep him reasonably entertained. But in this case, I think it's okay. 1 second. That was again some sniffles and coughing and whatever else. Always fun. Alright. Let's have a look. We are at 84%, that's good enough. Let's work a little bit on this one now. And yeah, our part will be done in 3 days, approximately. Are you looking? 87%, that's more than enough. Let's work on the engines for 1 more day till the part is done. Yep, there you go. 92%, very good. And then, yeah, let's start working on this new part that we just made. Refresh, and there it is. 621, that's actually the best on the grid. Wow. Wait, really? Huh. Alright. Well, that's very nice. Okay, well let's keep that then, for sure. And let's work on it. Let's just make sure that it's ready for the race. That's very good. All right, 1 day before race this can be done. That means I am actually gonna keep working on the engines. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Because I do really want them to be at 100% just so we can run them as aggressively as we can. Is there any other parts we need to be looking at? Brakes are decent. We can always repair them if really necessary. Engines are going to be full. This front wing is looking a little bit dodgy, but 80% should be fine. Same for the gearboxes, looking really good. Rear wings, both at 80%, should be okay. So it's just the suspension that we need to get back up a little bit. And both cars are actually going to be looking to be in great shape. We have a lot of purple parts, and we still also have performance work to be done. Probably after this race, we'll start doing that. I really don't care for building more parts. I don't think we need to. We're looking in great shape with this car. So yeah, let's keep it rolling, I guess. Boris's birthday, as always. We're not going to throw big birthday parties, I don't think. Doha will be 23 laps, very short race, so can be quite chaotic, which is actually not in our favor anymore, since we have the best car. Unfortunately, unsurprisingly, it should be bone dry, that makes sense. I don't think it rains much over there. There isn't too many chances to go full speed, so acceleration is important, which is great for us. Yeah, because we have the best gearbox. Softs and mediums should be fine for us. Looking like a 2-stop, to be honest, already. Yeah, we have a very healthy balance sheet, as always. Very nice. How is Volhovsky's morale? You're pretty high. Yeah. That's, I don't care. Again, a card will do. I don't know why you need $100,000 or euro birthday party, to be honest, Volhovsky. I think you're expecting a little bit too much. All right. You are now a club goer. That's a little bit of marketability. I suppose that's nice. And yeah, Tulipano will be looking to add the trophy in his cabinet. Very nice. We might get rid of the Phoenix GP apparently. Well, I hope that won't matter for us anymore, because we won't be in this league, hopefully, at the end of this season. But let's see. What are we actually going to vote on this year? So there is the removal of the Phoenix GP, like they talked about. There's refueling. Using 80 kilogram fuel tanks that can last up to 80% of the race distance. That would mean you could either try and run on blue mode, if you could make the tires work, but you can't, of course. Or basically you barely have to refuel. Which is interesting. Because right now I think we're on 40% fuel tank. So 80% is a lot. It'll make the cars a little bit slower because you have more fuel to carry, but yeah. Alright, pre-distributed tire compounds. It's a bit annoying because you wouldn't get to choose. And then advanced ERS. Flywheel, supercapacitor, and battery. Okay. So yeah, these are all interesting, but I don't think we will be there for any of them, hopefully. Like I said, I don't really care for making new parts right now. We'll have a look at what the competition does. If we start to falter a little bit on any of these parts, we might do something, but I'm not sure. Again, as always, just going to take the first one. I think we should be fine. It is a bit of a chaotic race, so maybe picking third is safer, but yeah. I think we should be okay either way. And if we mess up, we mess up, but let's be a bit ambitious. Let's put on some new parts then, since we did build some. Brakes are gonna go to Tulipano. Volsky gets a new set as well, for him at least. Engine is still fine. Almost at 100%, very happy with that. Let's also do the same for the front wing. So yeah, these are also very big upgrades for Volsky. It's just he's getting the hand-me-downs of Tulipano. Gearbox we can keep as is, and here also the hand-me-down situation. Volsky's car is now very good. I would be surprised if we are not in first for... Yeah, also for the suspension now. 6th on the front wing, 6th on the brake set. Not great, but yeah, I would have liked to be a little bit higher. You can see how thin the margins actually are for these parts, because we're in 6th, but the bar is quite high. So that's just a shame, but well, let's see what happens still when we also do some performance work on it. We could always build another part. Don't particularly care for that. We are going to have to be quite careful with the temperature. 27 degrees is quite hot, but that should be okay. All right, I'm going to sniffle while this loads again. Give me 1 second. And I'm back. All right, still in time for the loading screen. As always, Doha looks very nice. Little harbor in the middle. Very fun track to run. Yeah, not sure the temperature is going to be that great for us, but let's have a look. Ship is coming into the harbor as we speak. Very fun. All right, let's get into all the green bits. Thomas, you're very right, by the way. In the comments, you said I should be setting these preset, or I should save the setups when I actually get a good setup, so I don't have to keep doing this. It's on the one hand, it's a little bit of laziness, because, well, I don't like saving them. It takes work. But like you say, it does save effort later on the other hand, I also just kind of like doing the game. Getting the different, you know, setups. And especially with these longer practice sessions, I don't really feel like we need all the time. We could get a little bit more of qualifying trim generally, probably, if we were to save these setups, but yeah, it's alright. Oh, that is very zoomed in. Let's zoom a bit out. And bring him back in. This is tradition. Very long track, actually. Might also be a reason for the 23 laps. Alright, downforce is very poor. This is interesting. Where wasn't that? Oh, okay. That's on the other guy where the downforce is all the way in the corner. Alright, since it's very poor, let's put it somewhere like this. I think for the handling will be maybe here. And for speed balance, obviously we're kind of fine, so let's try left. It's probably gonna be right, but let's try. Either way, we'll know next time out. He's very happy with the gear rate. Oh, okay. That is a very good first result. Let's try then to get the speed balance also to an excellent. And if it works, I'll save the setup. But I'm also not sure actually what happened. I don't use the setups normally, so I'm really not sure what's going to happen if you promote, because it's a kind of an entirely different car next season. I don't know if the setups would still be closed. That would be interesting actually to test out. Alright. Bring him back in again, especially Tulipano didn't have such a great setup yet. Oh, what am I doing? I lost track of my mouse there for a second. Alright. 93%, pretty good. Great, excellent, and good. Yeah, so we did go the wrong way on the speed balance, so let's go the other way. Pretty simple. This should be about an excellent, hopefully. We did go excellent on the handling, so let's keep that there. And the downforce is now great. No reason to change it then. This should be good. I think we should be on a very high percentage next time we come in. So let's just send them out for quite a while. Same for you. We did actually move off of the excellent on the handling, because we moved like a tiny inch just to get the speed balance right. I'm okay with this. 97% is good. Let's save it. This is car 1 in Doha. And yeah, we'll send you out there. Also, for about 6 laps, let's see. We quickly, hopefully, get the tier 3 knowledge, and then we'll start working on the qualifying, as always. And then let's see what we can do tomorrow in actual qualifying. How are the sectors looking? Having some greens, but that makes sense. A purple for Farah, pretty good. Oh, Farah actually sets the best time. by 0. A tenth of a second. Well, now Bergman went over it. Tulipano, not really doing too hot here. Interesting, but let's see. They do have, of course, a lot more fuel probably than a lot of these guys. But Farah again, a fastest lap. Tulipano, he's off by 0.3, so not too great. Alright, let's see then. Farah is not that great of a driver, so it says something about the car, I guess. But it's funny because the car is in every single way worse than Tulipano's. And Tulipano also has fresher tires still, so I'm confused by the... Tulipano has had a bit of a lack of speed. Also, last time out, I feel like he should have been able to get the qualifying pole with relative ease. Maybe it's too much maybe to expect that of him, but he is one of the better drivers on the grid, and he also has one of the better cars on the grid. So, it is interesting. Okay, we can send them out for some quick qualifying trim still. We have tier 3 also on the tire, so we might as well use the mediums for a little bit. I don't think it'll matter, but let's try. Alright. That was a quick sneeze again in between. I do apologize for all the awkward silences in the recording, but yeah, the alternative is hearing me sneeze very loudly, so this is just something we're gonna have to deal with for a little bit. Alright. Yeah, Farah actually tops the sheet, which is very nice for him. Tulipano, a little bit disappointing there, buddy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure we set... I did give Tulipano all the good parts, right? Yeah, I definitely didn't give them to the other guy, I hope. Yeah, we don't have a qualifying trim. That sucks. I guess... Burn fuel motors? No, we don't want that because it'll make the car heavier. So I guess we're just gonna take this. It doesn't matter. For you, again, also doesn't matter. So we just have one performance boost. We did save the 97. Maybe I should also save the 96. I guess car 2 in Doha. There you go. Just so we have the setup saved. I'm probably gonna forget to use them whenever we're in Doha next season, but would be fun. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, everyone is on softs. Let's take the qualifying and hopefully we take pole. Tulipano go out first, get some of that clean air, and Volsky right after. Let's go. As always, we're just going to be putting this to automatic. Let's see what we can do. There you go. All right, Tulipano warming up, and let's have ourselves a look. Looking all right. Very overheated on the brake temps. You're gonna need to bring that back a little bit if you want to be in the green. Not great, but we'll make do. Same actually for you. Let's see then on the flying lap. What are we doing? Looking pretty good. A little away from Volsky, so that at least promising. That's a fastest sector, faster than Volsky at least. We don't really have much to compare against yet, but half of the field is now actually doing their flying laps. Fastest sector again from Tulipano, very good. Volsky is catching up a little bit, it seems, but there you go, another purple. That is looking quite good. He's 0.3 off of Volsky, so 300. Yeah, that is a good time so far. People are getting a little close though. That's about 1/10 of a second from Pereira. And Clark Smith again actually destroys our time with 0.2. Alright, we're definitely gonna bring Tulipano out again. I think we only have time for one more, so he's gonna need to make it count. Yeah, no rain as predicted. Let's send you out immediately again. Let's go. And Volsky 7th, not a great time, but pretty on par for you, to be honest. Let's see if we can get you to have a faster time. Yeah, Clark Smith here with a really good time. I don't know if it's a she or a her. What are you? You're a he. Alright, He has been a bit the bane of our existence so far. I do remember he didn't do too well in the actual race, but in qualifying, Clark over there appears to be a monster. Don't know if he has a trait for it or something, but this is a really good improvement on our time, and we have one of the best cars on the grid, if not the best car probably. That is interesting. Maybe they have a very good front wing though. I do think I remember them having a nice, or like a probably first place front wing, so I can imagine that has something to do with it. Alright, let's see if we can improve it. We are very much stuck in traffic here, it seems. So that's not great for us. Ugh, come on. Yeah, that's not going to be a good time for Tulipano. He's getting body blocked, I think, but well, it is a fastest sector, and he also improved his first sector, so alright, he did actually improve on Clark Smith's time, even in traffic, so very nice there. Volovsky also got the third lap, so both our drivers do improve. Clark Smith is now doing his last lap. Purple sector in the first sector, so that is dangerous. Green also on the second. Gonna be very tight, but I think we might lose it here. Yes, unfortunately again. Oh, Navarro actually takes it, not Clark Smith. So Clark Smith didn't improve, but Navarro did. Actually puts us off of the sponsor objective once again. We do start on the front row with Tulipano, unless Romeo here does something. No, he doesn't. So Tim Kirov actually is going to take the pole position for the first time, I think, this season. Volovsky starting in 5th. Pretty par of the course for him, to be honest. He has a good car, but it's not the greatest car on the grid, let's say. And he's also just a worse driver, to be honest. But not too unhappy about that. Starting on the front row is never that bad of a thing, of course. Let's do the soft tires and the trim. Don't care for either of these, to be honest. This trait, by the way, the fuel economy would actually be really good if we had that 80% refueling. I think we would not need to refuel at all, especially if we also occasionally ran a bit on blue. But yeah, not gonna matter for us now. Let's have a look. 23 laps. We're probably gonna just do a 2-stop. Yeah, this is looking like it. Well, no, we're not gonna do a 1-stopper. I don't like 1-stoppers, to be honest. We could, but we need to make up 3 laps of fuel. And we have a very, very healthy engine, so I do want to use that to our advantage and burn fuel more aggressively. So theoretically, we could do a 1-stop. I'm not going to opt for that. Lopano, you have 12 laps. In your tires, you have 11. That means we're probably going to run Volhovsky more aggressively than Tulipano at the start. We'll probably bring back Tulipano to orange or something. Much quicker. Even though he's going to be the one to fight, obviously. Freya Larson has an injury. Don't know what that is. Oh, a cold. That can't. I think that's like a -1 on everything. Alright. Yeah, Clark Smith, the Thornton Motorsports is currently our biggest rival, I think. No, it's Valbuena, isn't it? The Spanish team, I don't even see them anywhere near us. Yeah, 9th for their highest driver, and then 11th for Floridi. They're both starting on the mediums, going to try for an alternative strategy to ours. Don't think that's going to work out for them, to be honest. AI generally doesn't really use the harder compounds well, because they're just going to try and burn through them anyway. So that's not going to go well, I think. I don't think they'll be doing a 1-stop. Yeah, let's see how this goes. All right. Team Kirov, our first battle of the season with them. And let's see how we get off the line. Pretty good, actually. Thornton behind us was also off. Clark Smith there, well off the line, but we did a little bit better. And then actually, wow, Clark Smith there runs wide, immediately drops to 7th, 8th, and is now fighting his own teammate and losing. That's a funny thing, actually, just to pause here for a second. And I've seen that also with our own drivers. When you run wide, you obviously, first off, in that little corner up there, you lose a few spots because you ran wide, right? That makes sense. But then also, for some reason, you lose so much speed or whatever else happens that actually the running wide causes you to lose more spots while you're in traffic. for so much longer. Like this entire corner, he's been losing spots. He's now in 10th. He might lose even more. Here, see? 11th, 12th, 15th, 16th. See? Like, for some reason, you get such an insane speed debuff through the entire corner that it costs you almost the entire field if you run wide at the start, which is, well, unfortunate for them, obviously. Not for us, but very interesting how that happens, actually. Alright, we are in first with Tulipano. He got off great off the line, didn't run wide, so a good start for him. Bovsky, meanwhile, keeping a hold of 5th, and I feel a sneeze coming up, so I might mute myself. No. Yes. No. I hate that. You never know if a sneeze is actually going to come or not. You know, you're just building up like, and then it doesn't come, and it's the worst feeling in the world. Alright, Tulipano now, he is very comfortably in first. That means we're going to bring him back immediately. Yellow, orange should suffice. We'll probably do orange, red, I think, for Volhovsky. We can't do that for too long because the tires are going to heat up. But I'm okay with this for now. Let's actually also use our battery a little bit. I'm again putting Volhovsky to automatic. I want to use all of Tulipano's battery just to hold off Navarro over there, who has still 33%. Okay, well, he used most of his battery and he didn't manage to overtake us. He did get close though, so that is dangerous for us. Volhovsky managed to keep 5th despite still keeping most of his battery. Yeah, at the start of the season when we picked this specific ERS where we harvest better but we start with less, I really dislike it. This is the first time I've tried that specific one. It's crap. I hate it. It's really bad not to be able to defend early on when everyone is so close in the field together. Maybe overall in the whole race, like it helps you and it's okay, but I really feel like it isn't. Because now we're at 20%, he's still at 30. Okay, so we do harvest a lot quicker, I guess. No, sorry, we were at 12% and he's at 33, so we do harvest a little quicker, but yeah, I don't see the benefit, and we're gonna have to be very careful because he has more battery to spend. He has double our battery right now, so I mean, the longer he doesn't use his ERS, the better it is for us, to be honest. We actually do need to bring you back. Actually, we need to bring you back very, very heavily, both of you, for a little bit. I don't want to hit the cap there, so I'm gonna suck a little bit. You're still at 94%, so definitely not sweating the engine use over there. That's perfectly fine to me. We are gaining a little bit of tempo again towards Navarro, so not too bad there. How many laps are we looking to do here? Let's cross the finish. We've done 3 laps so far. Tulipano now at 6 laps left. Sorry, Tulipano at 6 laps left. He could theoretically do 6 more, I think, pretty easily, both on the tires and on the fuel. So that would bring him to 9. That means for you, we'd only do 8. Is that okay? Yes, that is okay. Because we do 24 in total. We can also run a bit less aggressive on the final stints. So I'm okay with only doing 5 more. That means you can run on red for quite a while longer, actually. Maybe 1 or 2 more laps on red and then bring back to orange. And Tulipano at some point is also going to have to go back a little bit. Do need to pay attention now to the battery. Might be getting to a point where Navarro is thinking of using it again. And with 2 seconds to spare, that gap isn't, well, insurmountable, let's say. I keep looking at Volhovsky for some reason. It's this one we should be paying attention to. We have 28% now. That does help, I suppose. 94% still. 93%. Both very good. We're bringing down the temperature a little, so I think I'm okay doing this now. And that should be fine. I'll serve you a little longer. Your tires are actually closer than I would like them to be. And the temperature is rising so quickly. Yeah, it is 26 degrees. It's honestly not that much. 2.5 seconds now with Tulipano, despite not using any of our ERS. And we are now very quickly actually catching up. As you can see, there's only a, what is it? 9% difference between us and Navarro. So yeah, the 100%, it's a good harvesting. I think it's 90% or something that we have. We do harvest a lot quicker, but I hate not being able to defend as well at the start. So yeah, let's see. Later on when we get to the World Motorsport Championship, we can just pick like an expensive one anyway that gives us both a lot of starting battery and harvest as well. But let's see. Okay, we have 5 laps left. Should be fine on the tire, should be fine on the fuel. Let's keep going on high mode. I think we can probably run out the race on that, or the stint. You meanwhile, if you're gonna do 4 more, maybe let's start bringing you back a little. Well, you're still at 94. Let's keep holding you on red. Polski has been able to gain 2 spots overall while fighting Larson and Pereira, so that is probably mainly due to his engine mode, to be honest. But not too bad there. Let's bring it back to yellow again for a little bit. Temperature especially is fine on Tulipano. It's not so fine on Volsky, but that's okay. 3-second gap now with Navarro. Very comfortable at this point, unless we run wide or something, but that's okay. Yeah, looking pretty good. We need to again bring back the temperature though. Do the same for you then. Just keep them a little bit in sync, I suppose. Navarro is definitely gaining a bit of speed on Volhovsky. This makes sense. He is using his tires more aggressively. Yeah. 3 left. I'd probably go back to high now at this point. We are gaining like 0.03 fuel, I think, with Tulipano, even on high. So I think we can run out on a high, but keep it at that. 4 more left. I do want to start using these tires at some point. It's just Volhovskys are so prone to overheating. Makes it a little hard. We have a lot of battery. So does Navarro, but you know, we don't really need to use it. Like, I typically tend to use battery to either overtake or defend from someone, and neither is really happening right now. I guess for Volsky it could be, but there's a decent gap also between the runners ahead and behind him. So this is okay for now. Let's keep it at that, and let's run a little quicker. You are now... Yeah, we're gonna be fine running on orange. For you also, that should be perfectly fine. 2 more laps for Volsky. And 3 more for Tulipano. Let's start using these tires now on orange. Even if he overheats, I don't mind. Looks like he did use his ERS just now. AI should get more to play with the ERS from us, because we harvest at a better pace, of course. Navarro is gonna have to pit soon, probably. If he doesn't pit this lap, it's gonna be next lap. So he probably is quite in sync with Volsky over there. Tulipano, meanwhile, just doing his thing, running away with the race so far a little bit, so that is nice. Start building up a gap even in the first stint. Don't really want to be using this right now. We'll probably try and use our ERS when we get... Oh, something happened just now. Oh, Volsky just overtook Navarro, who went to the pits. I don't know why we switched for that. That is strange. Or maybe they switched for the low fuel mark. That could be. Alright, let's schedule your pit stop then. You're gonna... Actually, let's just do orange, since you have enough to spare. We're gonna do another self. We've only done 8. But that's okay. We have 15 remaining, and we ran quite aggressively. Don't think we'll be needing to do any part repairs, so that's looking fine. Yeah, we got our roundup bonus. Life is looking good right now. Can just keep the tires on yellow. I know they're overheating, but that'll be perfectly fine. Same for Tulipano. We're not going to change off from yellow anymore. Let's have a look when he crosses the finish. I think his fuel should be pretty much perfect, but we'll have a look-see once we do cross. And then, yeah, Yeah, currently we're in a 1-2 situation, of course, but yeah, no, when Navarro comes in, we'll have a look. Did he change? He changed to mediums. Theoretically, they could run out the race on that, but the AI is not smart enough to use its fuel effectively for that, I think. They are doing a blue engine mode, so maybe they're trying it, but... Well, Navarro isn't. He's doing red, so... Interesting. Alright, yeah, we have more than enough fuel to run out on orange, so perfectly fine. Bovsky, meanwhile, coming in for his first pit. Tires looked a little slow on the front right, but good enough. Refueling going alright, and out he goes again. Probably run on this, basically. I think yellow-orange is going to be the way to go. I scheduled a pit stop for Tulipano now as well. Perfectly on the fuel. Get the roundup bonus as always. Don't need to do anything on the parts. Not going to recharge the battery. And let's do a fast pit stop as always. Quite a gap between us and the runners behind us, but those also need to pit still. 25-second gap with Navarro. We should be coming out well ahead of him, I think. Let's use a little bit of our battery maybe on that nice curved straight over there. Go into the low speed corner. Get a little bit of speed. Maybe gain a little bit on Navarro when we can. Yeah, would be nice to gain that gap a little bit. It's still 25 seconds. Let's not use too much because we're gonna come in, obviously. All right, tires looking good. Refueling looking all right so far. Where is Navarro is going to be the main question. We are going to use battery if we need to defend. He's coming over there. But we do have this whole curve. That's nice about this one. Let's immediately start using a little bit of battery. Speed up right there. And... Oh, didn't actually use it. You're not allowed to use it immediately when you come out, of course. Let's use a little bit. Navarro did actually... Did he gain? Or did he lose a little? Not sure. Used a lot of our battery up, but we're still near Navarro, so I'm happy about that. 7 seconds is alright. Bohovsky is near Navarro, only 3 seconds, but he's also near Larson, who has pitted once. They are on the medium. I don't think they're doing a one-stopper. No, they're burning fuel too aggressively for that. So that should be very good for us. Again, I wish the AI would use tire compounds better. Things like a one-stop or two-stop, they tend to just not be that great at it, to be honest. I do have all the settings, you know, to realistic pit stops and whatever. That should ideally make it better. I think they get a little bit better, at least at the rain part of the game, but yeah, choosing mediums in a two-stop race is just... It's so much worse. You could absolutely make the mediums work, but then you also have to make sure you have enough fuel and run it not aggressively at all, basically. And they don't do that. As you can see, all the AI is just burning through their fuel. Yeah. So why even pick the mediums then, you know? But okay, all good for us. Obviously, we're going to try and get a 1-2. Try and get that first place finish for Tulipano. We're getting near the heat, but... Oh, our installation right now is pretty good on our tires. We have built ourselves a good car this season. So I don't mind this too much. Doing quite well. The gap to Navarro now up to 9 seconds. Obviously, he has a bit of worse performance because of those mediums. Obuena just used team orders to let someone pass in 14th place. Yeah, they're 14th and 15th. This is not their race, and they are currently our biggest competitor, so that is very interesting. Our gap with Navarro is increasing with every lap. Almost 11 seconds already, so that is very nice. Not too sure if Vohovsky is going to be able to make a move. Do need to bring back your tire wear a little now, I think. Obviously, he's attacking, which I like, but I don't want to do it at the cost of our tires, because we do need to make these work for another, let's say, 4 laps and 5 laps. So let's be a little conservative. I think we should be fine either way. Vohovsky should have a good fight with Navarro at some point, but let's see. 10 laps remaining. Well, do we actually... We could go to the next tire set rather quickly, I suppose. That is an interesting thought. Let's use a little more battery on Tulipano just because we have it to spare. Go a little bit quicker on the main straight. There you go. Well, that's not the main straight, just on A straight. This is the main straight. Yeah, you are close, but not crazy close. This was with 10 laps remaining, so it's going to be 9 on that when we pass. I think we might go a little earlier, actually. Yeah, 9 laps remaining now. Our tires would easily be able to hold, so maybe we just go a little bit crazy, actually, here. Start burning through the fuel, start burning through the tires. We do have the engine life to spare. And this is mainly for the sake of Vohovsky being able to get a little closer maybe to Navarro. Obviously his tire life isn't going to matter too much soon. Yeah, he's going to overheat very quickly at that point. We might as well just bring him back to yellow, but he's getting close now. 1.5 seconds basically away. Then for you now, let's just put you back. I think we do one more lap. And then we hit Vohovsky. He's about 1 second away now. So with that high engine mode, maybe he can make a move. Let's have a look. Tire life is gonna go down quite quickly, so let's schedule ourselves a pit stop. Last run on the softs, that is... I do want the roundup bonus, to be honest, so... I think we do this now, which sucks a little, but... we can run on orange pretty much exclusively if we go... Even if we do this, we can almost run on red the entire time. Because we'll get 9 laps worth. All the parts looking fine. Let's do a fast pit stop. And for Tulipano, we'll wait one more lap. Would also be completely fine. Let's go a bit quick. There you go. Your gap actually went up a little. Just unfortunate. You have a 15-second gap now between Tulipano and Navarro. That is a lot. Have a look then. Vohovsky coming into the pit. Same actually for Navarro, so that is interesting. Let's see, do we get out ahead of him? No, we pretty much have an equal pit stop. We do run on red, I think, here. I don't mind running yellow on the tires for now. Alright, let's make sure Tulipano gets in. That's fine. Don't need to fuel too much. 7 is okay, I guess. I'm gonna fix the front wing. We might as well, honestly. 43% with 6 laps to go. No, it should be okay. Like, something additional can go wrong if we do that, so I don't want that. With a part repair, if something goes wrong, it takes quite a while. I think this is okay. We'll run on mainly orange for the rest of the race. We'll just basically run as safe as we can with Vohovsky. There is a large gap actually between us and Navarro. Do we go for the safer pit? I don't think we do. I think this is fine. Let's just play the average game like we usually do. We'll use a little bit more of our battery because it is getting quite high. Let's make sure we're a little quick through these last corners before we get into the pit. There you go. Quite nice speed there. And like a good pit so far. And okay, that should be fine. Let's just run you now on orange. Yeah. Bar a freak accident, Tulipano should now be completely fine. We're gonna actually put him then to automatic battery, and let's focus then on Vohovsky because he actually has something to race for. Gonna try and overtake Pereira over there. He does have some engine issues and he is also on worse tires, so this shouldn't be a big issue. But it is proving to be one so far for Vohovsky. Let's give him a little bit of power. So let's see if we can make a move happen. Getting close. Using up all our... Oh, okay. Well, he's gonna come into pit now, so it doesn't matter too much, but... Let's see, anyway. We are 4 seconds behind Navarro, so Navarro had a much better pit than us, actually. He is using his tires a little more aggressively. Maybe we give Vovsky also a little bit of a push strategy. It's not a good sign that he can't get past Pereira on old mediums, to be honest. Especially while we're burning fuel as we are, so... I think getting that second spot is going to be very, very tough now. That is a... What is it? 4 second gap, 5 second gap now? Yeah. We also barely have any ERS left, so... I don't think that's going to work out too well for us. Navarro here running a very decent race. Which is a shame for us, of course. I would love to get that second spot, but... It is what it is. Who currently has the point fastest lap? Either Zarate or Pereira, it looks like. Okay. Sorry for sniffling. Probably bring you back now. 4 laps remaining. Gap is slowly going down. 3 seconds now. We do have not that much fuel left. At some point we're gonna have to go back to orange. Yeah, your tires are gonna start wearing quite quickly now. That's okay. There isn't that many laps left. Yeah. Sort of staying at the 3 second mark, so... Well. I guess we just run out the race sort of safely. A little bit unexciting end there because Tulipano obviously has an insane gap, whereas Vovsky also has an insane gap actually to 4th. It's just Navarro is running a really good race. I think he's also the only one actually on a decent strategy. Yeah, most of the runners actually did a double medium thing. I guess you can make the case that maybe they just can't make it work, like the double softs with their tire life, especially with how hot it is. But it is, well, interesting, let's say, the strategy they're choosing. We have 1 lap left. Sorry again for sniffling, as always. Yeah, Navarro, he does have some type of a problem, but with only 1 lap left, I don't think we can count on that being too much of an issue. 40%, he has 60%. Yeah, I don't see how we make this work, but we're also gonna need to go back to medium or high instead of overtake mode. Let's try for a little bit more, but yeah. I don't think this is gonna be an overtake from Vovsky. There's just 2.5 seconds, that's too much. Unless he right now basically breaks down his car. Yeah, let's just... We've used all our battery, it is what it is. 2 second gap. He still has 66% battery, so... It's fine. It doesn't matter too much. Let's use all our battery on Tulipano as well. We might as well. We're on the last lap. I know you can do it way more optimally with where you do it and whatever else. I don't think it matters with a 17 second gap that we have. Let's just use it all up. Yeah, very good race from Navarro, but everyone else just kind of dropped the ball. That is a first place right there for Tulipano, right across. And he actually gets the fastest lap on the final lap because we used all our batteries. So that is very nice. Didn't have to worry at all basically about tire life or anything else. Did run out of fuel right at the end there, but that was as expected. Navarro ran a really well race. Well done from him. Team Kirov over there did great. We at the very last point snatched away that fastest lap, which was very nice. You can see actually our fastest lap is so much quicker than everyone else because we used up 70% battery in one sector. That was also a purple sector immediately. So a fastest lap despite not actually getting fastest or even a green time in the first 2 sectors. Very nice for Tulipano. Also a neat little trick. If you have all that battery life left, just use it. Why not? You know, we had it to spare. Try and get that fastest lap because it is worth 2 points for us in this case. It's not always worth that much, but in our case 2 points is actually a lot. So Very happy about that. That is a good set of points, and that should easily extend our title race. Well, we are in first, and we will remain in first, I think, for sure. All right. We do some scrutineering. Would be very surprised to already see some illegal parts, to be honest. Yeah, Navarro got pole position there in the end. He did very well, but yeah, with Vovsky actually putting on a good performance, and Go Kanjiro of Team Kirov didn't do so well. That should easily extend our lead by quite a bit. 8 points to Team Kirov and a lot to everyone else. MRT Valbuena was in second place. Well, they got 0 points this race, so not bad at all. Thornton was a big competitor. They did horrible as well. 8th for Jens Berkman. And Clark Smith, he never recovered after that running wide. I think he started in 3rd. And then overtook the 2nd and then ran wide and went all the way down to something like 16th. Never recovered, as you can see. He's now in 15th. But very nice for us. That is a double podium once more for us, despite the team principal, me being a little bit injured with the flu, or well, not flu, but allergies. Those are some nice points also for Vovsky here, getting himself up to 10 points now. Yeah, and us having 36 on Tulipano, obviously also very nice. Extends our lead to 28 points to Team Kirov here. Valbuena obviously didn't grow much. Thornton actually underperforming quite a bit for the car they have, I think. So, so far this season, nothing to complain about. Really don't mind not building too many parts right now, because our car is looking in amazing shape. We are just crushing the competition with our fastest engine, our fastest acceleration gearbox, and our good drivers. So getting first here, obviously, again, very nice. And let's see what we can do in the next race. But so far looking really good. 1.8 million. Shame we missed the pole position, of course, but what are you gonna do, right? Qualifying is a little bit of a crapshoot sometimes. So even on the quickest car, you're not guaranteed anything. And it does appear like Tulipano is much more of a third weekend or Sunday guy than a Saturday guy. He is not too great at qualifying so far, whereas racing has really been his cup of tea, as you can tell. Next week, we'll do the Phoenix GP in 17 days. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the episode. So far, it's looking really comfortable this season. We are making bank every race. We're not spending too much. So that will build a nice bankroll, hopefully, for the World Motorsport Championship if we do promote. And that is already, after 3 races, looking incredibly likely. 3 wins out of 3 races is a very dominant season so far. Let's make it a boring one for everyone else, all the spectators, and let's just crush the competition. And that's what we're here for. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed running it, and I'll go sniff on my nose now and cut off this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.